One of the things I love to do with you, our viewers, over 500 people you watching live, is I want you to have an opportunity to talk to filmmakers whose movies are out in release in theaters, on video on demand, and we bring them here to you so you can ask them questions. Director Scott Majors is waiting in the wings now. His movie Line of Fire, I believe, is out on video on demand. It's a film, it's a thriller about a young a policewoman who is involved in an unfortunate incident, not what you think, in which she is vilified on social media to the point where something is going to happen. It's a suspense thriller. You have to see. Check out the trailer. Look up Line of Fire. And it's the new, there's a movie called The Line of Fire. Not that movie, it's Line of Fire. Scott Majors is the director. He's joining us on the Film Threat livecast. Scott, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me. And I know we've had a couple of false starts, so thank you for getting me back on. I appreciate it.
Okay. I'm glad you finally made it. Now, are you in Australia right now?
I am. It's 8:39 a.m. in Australia, right?
Oh, well, thank you for getting up bright and early. But tell us where the story for this, where it came from.
Well, when I was first approached with the script, I mean, I guess the thing that's, that really attracted me to it was the fact that the antagonist and protagonist just they switch all the way through the movie. You one moment you're barracking for one character, the next time you're barracking for the other. And a little bit of a fun fact: originally there was two. The film was originally two male leads, and as we started developing this the script and working through it with Christopher Gist, who's a wonderful writer and producer of it, we decided that we found that the story was so much richer with two female leads, which was amazing.
Well, let's go. First of all, you have to check out, I'm just telling everyone that's watching, go check out the trailer. Now, the movie is out on video on demand. A lot of people asking about video on demand. Is it out on that yet?
Yeah, it's definitely it launched. The first time we were supposed to catch up, probably about a month ago. That was around the release date. So yeah, you can go to all your normal streaming services. I think it's Apple Play, Google Play, and all that kind of stuff. You can definitely get it on video on demand.
Cool. Well, let's go to comments and questions for you. Davina Duckworth is very happy. Says working. So that's great. And then Rida Ibn Muhammad says, I just saw the trailer. Breath of fresh air. A real plot, creative, pulled me in. I am going to watch this movie. Well done, sir. The Nerd Far Away asks, what are your general thoughts about actors and age? Do you think age is important, or should the actor fit the role regardless of age? What are your thoughts?
Look, definitely. I think, yeah, if the actor fits the character, then it shouldn't matter about the age or the male or female or whatever. It is about telling the story. For me as a director, it's always about telling the story, and whoever fits that role is the right person.
Yeah. Well, and then let's see. The Line of Fire premise sounds intriguing. So there you go. Okay. Question from John Mewald. Do you think John Mewald, by the way, who has a beard? So do you think the best directors have beards?
I'm slightly biased, but yes, I would say the best directors have beards. This actually, I used to shave at the start of a job and then not shave till the end of the job. And then COVID happened and the job that I was on went into hiatus for 10 months. And that's when this happened.
Cool. I have a question about, we have other questions from people here, but I want to ask, was it difficult when you were getting the film made of like the protagonist is a cop, right? And yes, I wonder if that was a challenge in today's climate. Was that an issue? She's a seasoned female cop. There's an unfortunate set of circumstances. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I wonder if that was an issue at all.
Look, it definitely was. And I guess, it's about what we've tried to bring to it, and what I think any good films do is they take away what a person does as a job. That's just part of the story, and we look into the human element. And the whole thing with Line of Fire for me was bringing the humanity back to things. We have someone harassing someone on social media, and I think that's the message I want to you know, for me, the film really gets across is in our society, without, you know, making too big a statements, but in our society, we so quick to shoot off a tweet or a comment or all these sort of things, and it dehumanizes what the other person is going through. So yes, you know, Samantha Romans is a police officer, but she's also a human. And then the journalist, you know, she is dehumanizing that person and judging them, and then she gets a very human experience in response to her dehumanizing that police officer. And for me, you know, if there's a moral, if there's something I want people to get out of it, is just before you jump on the bandwagon, before you start attacking people online or anything like that, just realize that you don't know what they've gone through. You do not know what they're capable of, what they've been through, and maybe empathy is the better step rather than attack.
Dude, I thought it was so amazing to tell this story, and brave also, basically a protagonist who's a police officer, and showing that not what you always see in front of the cameras or on social media, that's not always real. So other people are commenting, says Gamer Ward says, well, a lot of older actors play younger roles. That, I mean, that's when you get like 30-year-olds playing teenagers in high school. Lubitch Touch Me asks, what made you want to switch from acting to directing?
Well, I was actually on a TV show and they fired me, and then they offered me a job directing. So that was the circumstance. But no, look, I've been in the industry 30 odd years in Australia, and I've always had an interest in directing. As an actor, I tell one person's story. As the director, I have all the tools at my disposal to tell the entire story. And I really fell in love with the directing process and being able to really take the audience on a journey. So I still do a bit of acting. There's the TV show called Heartbreak High, which you can get over there in the States, which I'm acting in with a huge bid. But yeah, no, I especially in Australia, it's good to have two strings to your bow. Our industry is not quite as big as it is over in the States. So being able to both act and direct keeps me employed.
Cool. More comments here. Foresight says police procedurals are still big on TV despite the anti-cop zeitgeist. Fletcher Williams says, looks like the movie is available in Prime and Vimeo. So there you go. I watch a lot of movies on Vimeo. I love Vimeo. A lot of cool indie stuff. Alan Horkin says, I cannot say for sure, but I expect that the Australian police have less cases of excessive force than American police. So I don't know if you have thoughts on that.
But look, I only know what I get fed in the press from what happens in America. But there's not so many cases here in Australia, that's for sure.
Well, I can say it's good to keep a skeptical mind. Let me just say that.
Absolutely.
And I think that's going to wrap it up for us. People would be mad if I didn't ask. Have you heard of a guy named Jack Murphy? Do you know who Jack Murphy is?
No.
It's good that you don't know. Don't look it up. You have a very similar beard to him. He's sort of his.
Don't look it up.
Don't look it up. But Jack Murphy's become something of an internet meme, and he has a very similar beard. But you, sir, are no Jack Murphy. You are Scott Majors, the director of Line of Fire, and congratulations on the film. I mean, I thought it was just, I don't know if you intended to be brave in the making of this movie, but I thought it was very brave to like, hey, I want to humanize a police officer. Okay.
Yeah, look, I think with the filmmaking, we always try and be brave. I always try and be brave, or at least push the envelope in some way with whatever I'm doing.
Well, congrats on the film. I recommend you all go check it out. A Line of Fire. Scott, thank you for sticking in there, and please come back when your next movie. Your next movie's out.
I definitely will. Definitely will. Thank you very much.
Cool. All right. Take care, Scott.